you know what? I'll just say this. The grocery store gonna get mad at me if I complain about the carts not being returned.
Wait, what?
Like if I come on the podcast and complain about something or talk about something,
Yeah.
am I supposed to talk about no people, places, or things while I'm here?
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you're having a really good day so far. If you are new here, my name is Taylor. I come to you from Baltimore City, Maryland, and here on my YouTube channel, I feature content that is generally focused on knitting and spinning. And in today's episode of what I call the Thread to Mend podcast, where I normally sit down and I share with you the things that I'm currently working on, I'm picking up around my house. I just got glam. I did my makeup, I did my hair, I'm dressed and ready to record, but there's just so much that I need to catch up on. Like, I feel like my house is like kind of a mess, and I need to just like pick up things. I need to pick up all the things and just get our life back in order a little bit. So I'm kind of just walking around the house and picking up things, but I do want to like do some deep cleaning. I feel like we are in need of that. I've left a bowl of nuts by my spinning wheel for over a week. I forgot that was there. There's some plants that just need a little bit of pruning and preening, and I think I might need to move some of my plants around here and there because they're kind of growing out of my space. I even want to clean the windows today. I think that would be a really nice chore to do outside. And have you ever seen one of these flowering? The flowers are wild. Just wild. Anyway, I really want to just, you know, clean. I'm cleaning all the time, and I have a lot to do. I have a lot to put away and pick up and remove the fur. You can probably hear the dishwasher going right now. I need to clean our appliances. They're just covered in you know, fingerprints and whatnot. Brian brought this cup home. I don't know what his intention is. I think he just wants to keep it in the box next to the sink. But we're not really like horse racing people, so yeah, I don't know what we're doing with that. But I need to pick up around this house, and I need to get things sorted, and eventually I need to paint that entire wall. It looks a disaster. I wonder if I'll have time to do that on Monday. That would be fun. But that's it. That's what I'm doing today. I'm not gonna sit down and talk about knitting because my knitting is not really bringing me joy right now, to be honest. Like, it just feels like work, and I don't love that for me. I really don't. I don't love that. I need to make the bed. I need to clean this mess up. I did, though, finish washing this fleece in my Operation Make My House Smell Good Again. So all of this fleece is completely washed and dried and ready for storage for whenever I get around to spinning that. I think I do need to cast on another new project because I want more done. I just want it done. I don't want to do it, I just want it done. And I want this space to feel more organized than it is right now. I thought I'd show you some swatches really quick that I've knit this last week. I started off with this one to kind of test out my theory for how I would execute the bottom band string action for the Taylor Swift open back tank top I'm knitting. I think I'm using the size 3 wooden needles here. I'm still rowing out a little bit, and there's some inconsistency in my gauge of when I knit and when I purl, but this hasn't really been blocked, so maybe that would go away. Either way, I realized it looked like the stitches are actually twisted in the image. So I did a second swatch with twisted rib, and I like that. Actually, this isn't rib, it's just twisted stockinette. And I like that a whole lot more. And then I thought I would gauge swatch for the chevron pattern, which I just did in like a stockinette fabric. Of course, there's going to be more kind of alternating garter moments here, but I wanted to kind of test my gauge with the 10 stitches on each side of the increases and decreases. And I think I like that better. I think it's going to measure up good with the number of dips, little peaks and valleys for the design. And I'm glad I did this because I know that I don't want to knit this row with the white yarn. I want to switch to the main color or whatever color I'm knitting the fabric with when I connect these two. So what I did was I knit a piece of fabric, double this width, and then I knit into the cast on edge as well as the stitch here, so that I knit them together basically as I worked the first foundational row. So I'm definitely going to switch colors for that row when I connect the front and the back of the bottom band. So I think what I'm going to do is cast on the total number of stitches that I need to work the entire length of that string that gets tied in the back, and that's going to be tedious and quite annoying. And then I will use the white yarn to knit those cast on edge and the working row together until I get to the body, at which point then I'll just switch colors to work the foundational row of the body piece, and then I will switch back to white to knit together the front and the back for the string. So that's my plan for that. This is the fabric I knit for my swatch with the yarns I talked about last week. It looks like little division signs. I like the way that the yarn alternates. I got this pattern out of the Barbara Walker Treasury of Knitting, so I thought I would work a little bit of that to see how I liked it, and I do like it. I love the way that you can't really see the subtlety of the what was that?
What was that?
Oh, I think it's just my neighbor. Okay, so I don't know what I was saying, but the subtlety of the color shifts I think looks so good with the garter moments here, which of course Andrea Mowry immortalized in many of her patterns. So I thought I would take a page from Barbara Walker's book and try that out with that yarn, and we'll see what happens here. I'm trying for a V-neck with a collar, drop sleeve t-shirt. So I did cast on that project and working on it. It's just now that I know exactly what I need to do, I'm kind of bored. And I'm ready to work the front. I haven't even worked the back yet. And I don't know why I'm complaining to you now about this. We'll get there when we get there. But these are the swatches I've knit this past week. I'm excited to have learned what I'm not doing a couple times over before I start on this. And I have not started on this. I don't know, this is the thing I hesitate because I don't want to waste time doing something wrong, but I think I know how to do it right. I need to just pull out my notepad and start calculating some math. And I don't think that spending my day recording and editing and uploading is going to get me much further in that endeavor. And I do want to really make some progress in some of my work.
5 hours later.
This is beautiful. See, this is a beautiful moment. People who are afraid to this scene breaks my heart.
Which I don't feel like I've been able to do lately. So I thought I'd just, show you way too much of my house instead of my face, which I did paint today. I'm fully painted, but I just feel like everything is a wreck. Oh, I did treat myself. It's my 38th birthday in a couple weeks, and I bought myself an LED face mask. I am just too much.
And all my life, I have been told to hold it down. You're too much. When you walk into a room, you're too much, blah, 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 whatever, right?
I'm too much. But I'm also a little bit of a mess right now. Star Baby loves this little helicopter cat toy. It's always up here. Anyway, yeah, this is my little beauty space. It is quite organized. Look at this plant. It's growing up the wall. I think I'm gonna just train it across the wall over the shower, but even that needs a little taken care of. There's some dead leaves I need to pull off that. And then I feel like there's a plant that could probably go in that empty space there. But I need to clean the shower. I need to do so much, and I don't even really know where to start. I mean, I think I need to just start in one place, work my way around. Even this area feels like a little chaotic. I did just get a few new things. Can I tell you about them really quick? I hope so. I think I love this. I love the sunscreen. I think it pills. I think it's pilling. And just ignore the makeup all over my hand and wrist. I forgot that was there. I'm loving the Beauty of Joseon Retinol eye cream. I just put it over my whole face because they even say you can, but I feel like it's a good nighttime retinol treatment, or retinaldehyde. Anyway, this is a fine moisturizer. It's good. I don't feel like it's quite moisturizing enough, so I did get, while Aven had a 20% off sale. I think it's still going on through the weekend. I think it was 20 or 25% off. They have this Sickle Fate cream, restorative protective cream, not to be confused with the Sickle Fate emulsion, which I also have. This is more like a lightweight, more silicone feel. This feels like a super rich cream that makes your face almost white. I love this at night. It's the only thing that makes my skin feel, I mean, it's like slugging. It's that intense. I love that. I love that stuff. I would buy that again. I've been using this for a while. I think I like it. It makes my face a little sticky. This is my current vitamin C serum, which I don't think that I love. I think it's a little too fragrant. I mean, it smells good. It doesn't smell like hot dog water. This I'm almost out of, and I don't want to spend $28 on it again. So I'm just going to buy the $10.99 first aid spray at Walgreens and just refill this bottle because I'm a cheapo. And I just bought this. Speaking of cheap, this is super cheap. This was like $10, but it has a very stable form of vitamin C, niacinamide serum. It also has other actives. I forget which. Maybe tranexamic acid. It's very drying. It's like dry. It's a dry serum. It's so dry. I feel like I need like more than a single pump just to spread it around. But I like it. I think it's nice. And a lot of other people that I watch on YouTube have talked about it, and they really like it. So I'm excited to incorporate this. I hesitate to own 2 vitamin C serums at once, but a girlie's got to do what a girlie's got to do. And what else? This eye cream is fine. It's nice. It's not worth the full price. I got it on sale. I probably won't buy it again, but I do enjoy it. This is a Laneige sample. I love the sample Laneige products. I have one of their like 8-gram jars from Stalvana in the other room, and I feel like that's the perfect size. I would probably never buy a full size because it's just so much nicer to have smaller size lip products, in my opinion. This is a Shiseido serum for your like eyelashes. I don't know if it's working or not, but I got a sample of it, and I love this nighttime AHA BHA sort of thing. Love that. It makes my skin look really bright. The Dr. Dennis Gross is whatever. I don't feel like I'm that attached to the brand anymore. I feel like the retinol serum is a little too much. Like I don't know if it's formulated best. I feel like it just does a little too much for me. And I feel like this is far more gentler and easier on the skin. I thought that this was gonna be my sunscreen of the summer, and it still might be for the body, but this is what I was wearing in a recent episode on my face, and I was like, I can't even look at myself anymore with this on. It just was too much. It's too much. I mean, it makes you ghastly white, which I would have thought under makeup is fine because I'm applying color on top of it, but no, it shined through. And that's that. That's my closet. I'm gonna give you a garden tour, and that'll be it. That'll be it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Welcome to this week's garden tour. We have a lot to cover. First is we have been enjoying quite a few little strawberries, and the strawberries are looking a bit spent. I need to clean up this box and weed out all the little trees that are growing in here. But the nasturtiums are finally popping off. We got a little yellow, a little orange. We have a red one down here. So I think I'm gonna put a little salad together or something. My black-eyed Susan, as you can see, is totally infested with aphids. And these suckers are hard to remove, even with tape. They don't come off the plant as easily as the other ones did. I think because they have some hairs on the stems. But, did I say this is a black-eyed Susan? I think that this is an echinacea. I can't really tell. These look like echinacea flower buds to me. But the brown-eyed Susan is starting to bud. And so is the white echinacea there. And my rose has been blooming like crazy. My blueberries are still fruiting. It looks like they're ripening slowly. I do need to clean up. I think I'm just gonna cut back some of these things just to maybe revitalize the growth a little bit. We're just gonna keep winding this through the trellis. I did cut a bouquet for indoors, but I haven't since last week. My heucheras are growing like mad. That one is so happy in that spot there. I don't know what this is. This is a couple weeds. Okay, so we have tired and thirsty plants over here. I really do need to water everything. And this looks like it's gone to seed, which maybe I can start more of those pretty little flowers from seed. Yeah, everything's looking a bit dry. I have said I would cut back these nettles 10 times already, and boy have I failed at doing that. Those seeds are ready to spread. I have to get out here today. I really do. And like my neighbor, I would very much like to wash my car. It is Memorial Day weekend. Wow, those astilbes are not sliving. They're very much not. I have cucumbers. Looks like my bean sprouts have come up. Sprouts? My beans. I planted some long beans. I love long beans growing up these trellises. Yay! I'm so happy about that. Beans are a nitrogen fixer, so I feel confident they're gonna grow fine right up alongside my cucumbers. So exciting. The hellebores are still helleboring. Looks like we got some seed pods, maybe. Anyway, yeah, yep. Not sure they're ready to come off yet. No, not yet. It bothers me how they catch all this little debris. It's like I have to give them a bath every week. But my compost bin does need some management. I cut back my forsythia. There were a few stems that were kind of deadish looking, and others that kind of just grew in weird directions, and so I just cleaned up a little bit of it. I tried to cut as much as I could all the way down to the base so that it wouldn't, I don't know, create some sort of new shape. So I do need to get out my stick shredder in order to make this a presentable space again. And it looks like Brian did take out the compost this morning. He never seems to remember to cover it with the sawdust, just as our trash people never close the lids on our trash cans. It's kind of annoying to me, but I'll deal with that later. Yeah, there are weeds growing all over the place, and Aw, look, I got a pretty kitty. I don't remember planting you, orange tabby, in the sunshine shade. So cute. Such a good boy. Oh, I have weeds all the way back there among the black raspberries, which do have thorns. These hostas have really exploded this year. I'm super excited about that. Our pawpaw trees, as you know, are really doing good. That one over there behind the black raspberry is huge. It's almost as tall as my peach tree. Wow, this sorrel is popping off. I think I'm gonna cut this back and just compost all of that. There, I got a sunflower here. That's fun. I really like that. It's like right in the middle. And I have some self-sown amaranth. I grew some amaranth last summer. So I have little amaranth babies all over and a couple zinnias. I don't know that they're really gonna take well to this space. I have some painted daisies. I'm not sure about those either. A bunch of tiny weeds. I got some cucumbers, more sunflowers. These blueberries are so good. The flavor on these is some of my favorite. Yeah, there's so many little plants. Oh, I have some self-sown tomato plants here that I just let live. They're gonna have to come out, I think, especially since there's like 2 in such close proximity. Plus I have my cucumbers here and there. So I don't know, we might have to sacrifice at least one of these because I try to grow way too much. But, you know, whatevs. My violas over here are taking on a new sort of purplish sheen, which I think is so pretty. I love those. Oh my goodness, we have raspberries ripening. Holy cow. I'm coming out here with a bowl. I'm gonna pick some raspberries and surprise Brian with those when he gets back. He's going to get dog food right now. I forgot to get dog food this week, so I do need to pull out the garlic. It's not happening this year. Every year in the last 2 years that I've tried to grow garlic, the stems just rot and I get nothing of it. I think I might have one garlic scape over there worth salvaging, but there is that. I think I might even, I do need to control the aphids because I don't want them spreading to all of my other plants. So I'm gonna get out the neem oil and give them a spray. And then there's just so much to clean up here and there and harvest. Wow, even these are covered in aphids. The black-eyed Susans just do not do well in my backyard. They do great in the front yard, but in the backyard, they get decimated. And the grass is super long, so I need to cut the grass. And this area is just nutso. Looks like I have a rogue tomato. Maybe I'll put a cage on that tomato plant over here just because it's already a mess. And we'll see what happens. Aw, this little ground cover is flowering. That's so pretty. Goodness, I could propagate this plant for days. I don't know why I don't. I think maybe I will get some 4-inch pots with compost and propagate some of these so I can put them in other areas here and there. My yarrow is doing well. I love putting yarrow in little bouquets. Probably can't see them, but these teeny tiny pollinators are swarming the blackberries. They're like little flies, little teeny bees. And then we have some big bees here and there that swoop through, but I haven't seen very many lately. This black raspberry cane is a big one. I don't think I've seen a cane in this area that has grown this big. You can see all these fruits are taking their time to ripen. Fun stuff. I hope that this forsythia fills in a little bit. I did cut a bunch out of that area, and I probably should cut this branch back. Our fig tree is putting on quite a bit new growth. Hopefully we get a fig next year, because I don't know what this tree is really doing here. If it's not going to create fruit, it's kind of ugly, and it's really not the best privacy moment. But you know, maybe it would have done better in another spot where it got more direct sun. And wow, these are looking dry, so pretty. So much to do. I think I'm gonna get out here soon and take care of some things that have been needing to be taken care of. I think that is gonna be it. Garden tour update. I pulled out the garlic and weeded all of the beds, and I like to spray down the concrete into the beds because it makes it cleaner to walk along. And I can see that I have beans coming up for all of my trellises, so that is really exciting. Pulled a lot of weeds out of these beds, and I cut back the sorrel. And my basil is doing well. I think it's going to do much better without the shade of the sorrel there. So this is the store-bought basil. These are my seedling basils. I left the tomatoes. We'll just see what happens. I don't know what I'm doing there, but Brian cut the grass for me because I was getting tired. We ate all of the ripe raspberries, cleaned up the strawberries. I don't think there's going to be any left after that. And then I watered the containers, which I should have done a long time ago. I'm gonna put this lettuce in a cool bath, and I'm gonna take in the last few things, and then I'm gonna be done with this. So that is the finished garden tour. What are we, mid-May? Oh my God, it's almost June. Okay, so that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and that you all take care.
Stop picking on yourself, worrying if you're good enough, wondering what people will see if you let them see your heart. This is what they'll see, that you are a lovable and delightful soul, a beautiful child of God. Be yourself and accept yourself, warts, waistline, and all. You don't have to sit up that straight, be that proper, or fear what others may see. Let your imperfections show, share them, love yourself anyway, relax and be who you are. When you do that, your life will be fun and a joyful gift to others. People who comfortably accept who they are, both their flaws and their good points, are healing, delightful, and fun to be around. Look at any work of nature, a canyon, a flower, a bird, a mountain, or a forest trail. Where does the perfection begin and imperfection end? It's the combination that makes a perfect scene. So it is with you. So it is with you. Relax, lighten up, let go of shame and fear. The whole picture is perfect and perfectly okay.